So, hi Karen, welcome back to our second session. And as we talked about last week, we talked about the confidentiality. So, in this session, will be all session will be recording. So, we will be recording your face and audio. And I just want to tell you that our talking our session is private, totally private. So, without your permission, we won't give this to anybody else. Yeah, and then is there's other only one situation, which is if you we are testing, you have like higher risk of harm yourself or harm others, then we might be taking the action for some reasons. Yeah, yeah. So is there any problem with confidentiality and other things? Alright, then we start today, this session. Yeah, so last week you have talked about your sleeping problem and also your tension between your relationships. So which one you think in this week, have you feel better?
Felt a bit better so far. Yeah.
Would you think right now which one is more have impact on you, is sleeping problem or the relationship?
Think a little bit of both. Think
Yes.
yeah, relationship problem. We broke up not that long ago, and I've only just got more tired every day and slept less as well at night.
So is that means is that you want me to help you to solve this problem first and we're trying to talk about it?
Sure.
So as my understanding, correct me if wrong, so you say you broke up with him around not that long time and you didn't feel that good, you feel sad.
I felt really sad. I felt that I was useless in relationship and in everywhere.
Would you describe me, would you explain it more about why you think you are a loser? Is there any example?
Um, I mean, when we broke up, I think we broke up because I wasn't doing enough in the relationship. I wasn't. We really didn't talk much in the relationship. I didn't really want to talk much. I didn't really want to go out. And there's work as well where I mixed up an order from a customer, and I got a complaint, and I got a big scolding from, and yeah.
You have, you have, I can see that you're feeling really bad and you're feeling yourself is not that good right for right now. And I remember that you mentioned about your didn't want to go out with your boyfriend. So may I ask you more about this part?
I didn't want him to worry too much. If I'm honest, I was a bit tired with all those work at the late shifts, um, and wasn't really in the mood to go out with any. And I felt that he also. I think that he also felt the same way. He didn't really like me and wanted me to hang out together.
Yeah, I can feel that. I feel really sad, and you feel really tired about the work and you feel sad about the relationship. But I remember last week you talked about the panic, right? And do you think, would you say the panic related to you don't want to hang out with your boyfriend, and also the reason why he don't like you, like in your house?
Yeah, maybe he thinks I'm a bit weird. Suddenly, um, just panicking in public for no reason and running away. And I think he was embarrassed to bring me out, and I was embarrassed too, and just felt really useless.
Mm. So you say you are embarrassed and feeling shame with your panic, and also you feel sorry to your boyfriend that this time happens cannot hang out with him. Yeah, but it's not your problem, I have to say, because this is not what you can decide, right? You can, it's not what you can do. Nothing can do with that. But yeah, and is there any so when you are happening panic, what Could you describe me the first thing that you happening in your mind? What kind of scenarios?
Um, when I panic, I feel really anxious. My heart beats very fast, and I feel like everyone is looking at me. I feel like um, they're watching me very closely, and I just want to get out. I just want to run away.
May I ask, is that this situation is normally happening your your with yourself, or what kind of the situation this will happen?
I mean, it was. I mean, it happened a few times at a public restaurant whenever we went to Italy at the time. Uh, didn't really happen during work because I was too busy, maybe.
So if I'm not wrong, so you are a bit anxious about some crowded place, so you're trying to get rid of that, and when you go in there, you'll be anxious and nervous about that. Would you have any strategy or what will you do after you having the panic?
I mean, usually sleep, but um, I've been kind of lacking sleep the past few days, and maybe talking to my best friend, Ken, for how many like 3 years now. He will always be there to listen whenever I have any problems.
I just remember you talk about the sleeping problem, so you sometimes feel sleepless, right? So, and may if I'm in my understanding, if correct me if wrong, so you think it's panic are quite related to your sleep problem, is it?
Uh, I think yeah, a bit of mix, panicking and then think about too much things at night and then just sleep. Yeah, you just worry about tomorrow and every day.
Yeah, could you give me an example of at the night you feel cannot sleep, cannot fall sleep? What the time you are thinking and how you feel?
I think um, after the dinner we had, so before we moved up, all those times, panicking, running away from the restaurant. All I could think when I got home was, everyone would think I'm crazy. I would think, something's wrong with this person. Suddenly, out of nowhere, running away. Um, I was thinking about not showing up to work tomorrow. I was thinking about I just want to go sleep and forget everything.
Yeah, it seems like you think about so many problems that you are facing right now. And yeah, would you say is there maybe this problem we will talk about next time about like how to solve it, or is there any ways or strategy to help you get better at this problem? And yeah, so how do you feel at the time that you cannot sleep?
I felt really felt sad. Um, Obviously, that dinner, wasted time, wasted his money, and felt really useless. Just
Mm,
couldn't live up to what people expected.
yeah, so at that time you are you are recall back that you are labeling yourself as a loser, right? So that is a tough time, and at that time you are free, so you are think about so many the difficulties and some problem that you cannot solve right now. Yeah, right. That's yeah. So in this week, in this session, we talk about the your sleeping problem and your when you are having in panic and your relationship problem, and maybe you can try for the deep rest when you are during the panic at the time, and also for the sleeping problem, we will talk about more in the next session and for next week. Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there any problem you want to share or?
Not right now.
Hmm. Okay. Then thank you. See you next week.